Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. The video didn't even start yet. Y'all the realest ones, and I appreciate you anyway. There is I say this all the time, and I'm going to keep on saying it. There is a special place in hell for people that hurt children. There's a special place. I mean, people that hurt people in general, but especially children. According to the news, allegedly, let me say this because ain't anybody about to sue me. According to Fox 26 News, Arthur Fernandez and a few other unidentified men done the unthinkable to a couple of toddlers in a mall. So, and the reason why I say alleged, y'all, because y'all know what time it is, man. It's 2024. Everybody's suing for everything. So now, according to Fox 26 News, Arthur Fernandez did this allegedly. So, it's a special place to help people like this, man. You know, I because of my other recent videos that I've done on topics such as this, and YouTube has been extremely sensitive about the certain things that I say. I'm gonna try to keep it as PC as possible. I'm not gonna scream, I'm not gonna curse, I'm not gonna do any of those things. So let's get into it, y'all.
The 29-year-old with sexual exploitation of children. Fernandez is pictured here on his private Instagram. He and at least 6 other unidentified men sexually assaulted and raped a toddler at what appeared to be a Galleria mall bathroom. Court documents say last month the Australian Centre to Counter Child Exploitation reported 4 explicit videos found on the dark web to the FBI in which at least 2 toddlers ages 2 and 3 were filmed being sexually and verbally assaulted by multiple men at once. Relatives of the toddlers told investigators Fernandez was a friend and fellow Galleria employee who offered to watch the kids while they were at work at the mall.
I think as parents, you want to go with your gut, but also as
let me say this. So you ask someone at the mall to watch your children. I'm assuming you know them. Complete strangers. And I get it, y'all. The economy is such trash nonsense, y'all. I get it. You have to do what you can do. You can't bring a child to work, obviously, for obvious reasons, right? You're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. But in all honesty, if it will come down to the possibility of this happening to your child compared to it not happening to your child, I would rather that it not happen. So you may have to miss work, you may have to miss pays, hell, you may even get them evicted. But these are the things that could possibly happen when you run around here deciding to have kids. That's what happens. When you're not properly planning the future on how you're going to pay for whatever expenses you have to pay for your child. These are the types of things that can happen. I wouldn't, you know, me personally, let me say, I don't have any kids yet, but whenever I do decide to have kids, y'all, you know, I just don't see my kids. I just don't see myself leaving my kids around anybody that, first of all, I don't know. Number one. Number two, I said this before, I'm not going to leave my children unattended until my children is able to speak in full and complete sentences. Until they are able to speak in full and complete sentences, telling me how their day went, who did what, where did it happen, how did it happen, all that. This happened unsuspectingly, and then I get it. You were trying to go to work. You had, I'm assuming, a coworker, because I doubt you would have a random person, stranger, watch your child. It had to have been a coworker or a friend or something. Because I just don't see, you know. Let me keep going.
Policymakers, people need to start figuring out how do we make sure that we have safe environments for our kids so they don't have to, parents don't have to wait on a creepy uncle or a neighbor that they think is safe.
Dr. Bob Sanborn is the president and CEO of the organization Children at Risk. He says parents should look out for certain telltale signs that their child may have been abused.
Kids after they've been out with someone who you thought you trusted them, they will sort of withdraw. They'll be more quiet. And so look for those changes in your children. Bedwetting, not eating, all of these things are sort of signs that something isn't right with your child. In this case, we're talking about toddlers. They really couldn't communicate. They didn't know what was right and wrong.
Yeah, and that's the thing that really makes it hard or harder, because 2 years old, 3 years old, yeah, they're able to mimic, they're able to say a couple words here and there, back to back and stuff like that, but they're not able to fully communicate. Number one, they're not able to explain what's happening because it's the first time happening. Number one, they don't even have words. They don't even know that words exist for stuff like that. Terminologies, they don't understand. They cannot process what just damn happened. So a lot of people will sit there, well, why didn't you tell me something? No, bro, your child can't process what the hell just happened. A lot of the times, a lot of adults can't even process what just happened. So why would you think a 2-year-old was able to explain in detail what just happened in that damn bathroom? That's sad. I'm telling y'all right now, I will be going to prison for the rest of my life. If that happened to my child and I knew who did it, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going to prison for the rest of my life. I'm telling you. I already know. It's not even like a second to think. And I know and I hope y'all boys are paying attention. But I know I preach a lot to y'all boys, and I tell y'all boys, hey, yo, man, always be more logical than emotional. But in situations like this, I'm sorry, man. No, I'm sorry. Logically, my emotions is telling me to take over. You know what I'm saying? No, I cannot deal with it. I cannot deal with it, man. There's too many avenues that you could have been taken to relieve yourself, brothels, prostitution, hell, whatever, damn OnlyFans, all that other stuff. I'm telling y'all, there's a special place in hell for people that do things to kids. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you right now. Because that's disgusting. And not just one, it was a couple of them. This had to have been some type of a planned, premeditated something. Let me let her finish.
Now, Dr. Sanborn also suggests that parents remain vigilant about who they're trusting with their children, even if it's only for a few minutes or for a few hours. From the Galleria, Natalie He, Fox 26 News.
Yeah, so I'm confused. Was it just a few minutes? Was it a few hours? Like I'm confused. I may have to let me watch this. That's the issue about what with stopping and going. Let me say this. I'm gonna play this whole video in its entirety without stopping. But let me say this, y'all, because I kind of said something earlier and now it just kind of registered in my head what I just said. It's not about you only doing these types of things with strangers. A lot of people in most cases, if you guys look up like if you guys look up like the sex offenders and criminal bureaus and stuff like that, those types of websites, you'll see that in most cases, majority of the time, your child or sometimes you have been or would be assaulted by someone in your own family, somebody that's close to you, a relative, mother, father, sister, brother, uncle, compared to a stranger. So I think I was like, yo, there's no way I wouldn't let a stranger, whatever. And yes, you shouldn't let a stranger, but also too, there's like the other doctor said, family members. There's certain family members that you shouldn't let, do these types of things too. As far as trusting your children to be around them unsupervised. So that was my mistake for saying that. So yeah, so anybody, relative, non-relative, stranger, coworker, anybody, everybody is on my damn radar. I don't give a damn who you are. Let me play this video in its entirety because I think I missed it because I'm still trying to figure out like what the hell happened. Hold on.
The 29-year-old with sexual exploitation of children. Fernandez is pictured here on his private Instagram. He and at least 6 other unidentified men sexually assaulted and raped a toddler at what appeared to be a Galleria mall bathroom. Court documents say last month the Australian Centre to Counter Child Exploitation reported 4 explicit videos found on the dark web to the FBI in which at least 2 toddlers ages 2 and 3 were filmed being sexually sexually and verbally assaulted by multiple men at once. Relatives of the toddlers told investigators Fernandez was a friend and fellow Galleria employee who offered to watch the kids while they were at work at the mall.
I think as parents, you want to go with your
So while they were at work at the mall, so they had to have been there for X amount of hours. My bad, I didn't mean to stop.
gut, but also as policymakers, people need to start figuring out how do we make sure that we have safe environments for our kids so they don't have to, parents don't have to wait on a creepy uncle or a neighbor that they think is safe.
Dr. Bob Sanborn is the president and CEO of the organization Children at Risk. He says parents should look out for certain telltale signs that their child may have been abused.
Kids, after they've been out with someone who you thought you trusted them, they will sort of withdraw. They'll be more quiet. And so look for those changes in your children. Bedwetting, not eating, all of these things are sort of signs that something isn't right with your child. In this case, we're talking about toddlers. They really couldn't communicate. They didn't know what was right and wrong.
Now, Dr. Sanborn also suggests that parents remain vigilant about.
Yeah, man. So let me get up out of here. Yeah, it's just disgusting, man. Honestly, you should be watching everyone around your child, y'all. You should be watching everyone around your child. I don't give a damn who they is. Everybody. So anyway, yeah, man. I want y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. Please, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, man. Also, too, hit that bell symbol so anytime I make an upload, notification will pop up and alert you. Also, too, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that share. I look forward to reading all y'all comments, if any. So until next time, please, may I be safe, Erica.